Hi everybody and welcome. I'm Coach Carolin, former professional tour player, and today I want to talk to you guys about how we can make sure our driver loses that nasty, annoying right spin and slice that we just feel like we cannot get rid of. All right, so if you are struggling with that slice off the tee, I hear you. This right spin has also been a little bit of my problem when I was playing throughout my years because I am a power fader. So if I don't have a good ball striking day, I know exactly what you mean. There's obviously levels of this, and the amount of right spin is really what is crucial and what can really be detrimental, as we all know. So let's jump into 3 tips that I'm going to give you today that are going to drastically remove that right spin and make you be a better, longer, and more accurate driver. Okay, first, I want to talk to you guys about aiming left to not go right. And I see this a lot, that's why I want to mention it. This is just a little bonus tip, and I want to set the stage for this. The more left you aim, the more right you're going to go. I know this sounds really counterintuitive, but it's true because it's physics. The more left your body and your feet aim, and the more left your club path goes, the more your body knows that you're aiming left, and it's going to try to compensate for it and try to keep the ball in the fairway. However, by trying to keep that face open and not letting that face release, because that's what your body will do without you even noticing, you are going to actually create even more right spin because you have now a left path and an open club face, and that's just going to give you that shot that you don't want to have. So I encourage you guys to really keep a focus on your aim. Make sure your body is aligned straight to the target, not open, not left. It's straight, your feet and your hips and your shoulders are matching, and that's really going to help you not go to the right. So do not aim more left if you don't want to go right. If you're struggling with right spin, don't aim left. If anything, aim a little bit right of the target, and that's going to allow you to come more from the inside and going to allow you to release the club a lot better. Trust me on this. I know I'm right. You don't know I'm right yet, but go try it. I'm going to need you to go try it, and I'm going to need you to also come back and let me know in the comments what you thought, because again, I know I'm right, but you guys go. You're going to be back. I know you're going to be back. First tip that I want to give you, official tip, is the setup tip. So setup is really crucial for the driver because it's a bit different than all the other clubs. It sets up a bit differently. It sets up in your ball position being on your left heel. So that puts your hands a little bit more behind the ball. Your handle is not in front of it. It's more just behind the ball. And then I want you to feel like you're dropping your right hip just a touch and your right shoulder just a touch. So I'm dropped my whole, trail side a little bit. That's really going to help me come into the ball a lot more shallow and allow me to start hitting up on the ball more. Because if you are somebody who, kind of tends to hit down on the ball, that's also going to generate that right spin a lot more and just favor that right side, which we don't want. So make sure you align yourself straight, you drop that hip, drop that shoulder. That's tip number 1. And it's easy. You don't have to think about it during the swing. Once you've set it in your setup, you just leave it there and you swing like this. It also helps you stay behind the ball a little bit with your head, which is important and just kind of gives you that really nice K position in your setup. So that's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is a bit more technical. It's at the top of your backswing. A lot of us rush through that transition from the top of the backswing to the downswing. And that's normal because everybody's curious as in like, where did my ball go? However, what that does is it really gets you stuck. It puts you in golf jail. I have another video where I'm discussing golf jail specifically. We don't want to go there. So, don't bother watching it. No, joke. Actually, go watch it. It's really interesting. Make sure you don't rush through that transition at the top of the backswing and almost feel like you're pausing a little bit at the top. So pause a little bit at the top and then feel like you're actually dropping that right elbow right here, the trail elbow. For me, it's the right one, into my pocket, into that right side pocket. The other way to feel this is to actually feel like my shoulder is getting really far away from my ear, because if I'm starting to kind of spin out, not dropping my hands, then my shoulder is going to be a bit closer to my ear. So make sure you feel like you're getting to the top of the backswing, pause for a second, drop. Sergio Garcia actually always refers to it as pulling down on a chain as a first thing in downswing. I know that technically, textbook-wise, you're starting your downswing with your lower body. You're initiating your downswing with the lower body. I don't want to say start. Let's call it initiating it. But for all of us here working on what we're working on today, I don't want you to think about your lower body initiating your downswing. I want you to think about your right shoulder and your arms initiating that downswing, because we're working on something technical. It doesn't have to be textbook. This is a drill. This is some feeling we're working on, right? So bear with me. And then the third tip I want to give you, this is also a really nice feel. It's a great one because you can do this on the range. It's really doesn't require a whole lot of anything other than one more ball or a basket. You can put a head cover there. It doesn't matter. It's just a reference point. And on the course, you can pick a little grass spot if you want to. But so if you are struggling with that hard right spin with your driver, you're likely coming from out to in. So your club path is out to in. So it's going to be left. And we want to make sure that we start feeling a little bit more like it's going out to the right. It's going to go a positive path. It's going to go out more to the right. So if we have a reference point there, I want you to feel like as you're coming down, that right elbow tucks and then you're starting to actually let that club release towards that ball. So your hands and your club head almost feel like they're swinging more out and away from you. So let's hit a ball with those 3 things. Number 1, make sure your alignment's good. We discussed this as a little bonus tip. Then we're going to set up and we're going to drop that right hip. We're going to drop that right shoulder a little bit. Then we're going to get to the top of our backswing, take a little bit of a pause, feel like we're pulling that chain down, and then we're going to swing towards that ball and swing our path out to the right a little bit more. Perfect little draw. So these 3 feels really are going to help you fight that annoying right spin, and it's drastically going to reduce it. You can work on these all together. You can work on these in stages, or alternatively, first on one, then on the other. Let me know in the comments below how you like this. I'm sure this is going to help you. I know it will. These 3 things on the driver are crucial. They're key. Make sure next time you go on the range, you try those, and let me know in the comments below if you've improved your driving. And if not, let me know what else I can tell you, what else you want to work on, because I always love to hear from you guys. This is why I'm here for. I want to make sure I can help you. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you guys next time.